Good evening to those who are listening. It is March 6, 2018, 11:28 p.m. And I just saw this news story on the Israel News about how Trump and Netanyahu met yesterday, and they talked about a bunch of stuff. But one of the things was the peace deal with Israel and the Palestinians. Supposedly, the United States, Trump has a plan that he drew up, or the United States drew up, and they are going to unveil it to the public soon. But anyway, I made a prediction way back in probably September of last year that the embassy would be moved to Jerusalem on May 14th of this year now, 2018. That's the 70-year anniversary of Israel's independence, and it's just ironic. They're opening up a interim embassy just so it'll be ready for that day. But then my other prediction came in, which I thought was really far-fetched, but you never know. Maybe the peace deal would be signed by then, was what I was saying, but maybe this would be the time when the United States publicly announces the deal. Maybe it won't, they won't sign the peace deal, but maybe they'll announce it, and then that will be like the starting point of them looking over this thing. All right, here's the story. Here we go.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu finally met with U.S. President Donald Trump yesterday afternoon, but according to the Israeli leader, less than 1/4 of their meeting was devoted to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Netanyahu says the Trump administration hasn't yet showed him its much-anticipated peace plan, which White House officials claim they are close to finalizing.
Well, we're going to see. We're working on it very hard, and we'd like to. Look, it would be a great achievement, and even from a humanitarian standpoint, what better if we could make peace between Israel and the Palestinians? And I can tell you, we are working very hard on doing that. And I think we have a very good chance. And the biggest difficulty that anybody's had, you look over 25 years, nobody could get past, number one, Jerusalem. They couldn't get past it. We've taken it off the table.
Right now, there is no timetable as to when the plan will be released to the public, and Netanyahu himself has not said whether or not he will support the emergence of a Palestinian state as part of it. The Israeli leader does say he supports the right to the Palestinians having the power of government as long as it doesn't threaten Israel. The Palestinians are refusing to accept the United States as a leader in negotiations, however, claiming the country revealed its bias after Trump recognized Jerusalem as the undivided capital of Israel. The U.S. president still seems to think the White House has control.
The Palestinians, I think, are wanting to come back to the table very badly. If they don't, you don't have peace. You don't have peace. If they don't, you don't have peace, and that's a possibility also.
The Israeli Prime Minister has also just officially given his speech to AIPAC, praising Israel's, quote, beautiful relationship with the United States. Netanyahu is slamming the Palestinian Authority for paying stipends to jailed terrorists, claiming that peace will never come until the Palestinians stop, quote, funding death. Iran took center stage in the Prime Minister's speech, with Netanyahu vowing not to let the country ever develop nuclear weapons.
Last week we read in the book of Esther about an earlier Persian attempt to exterminate our people. They failed then, that failed now. We will never let Iran develop nuclear weapons. Not now, not in 10 years, not ever.
There are just 60 days left until the Trump-imposed deadline to unilaterally make changes to the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, an accord which Netanyahu vehemently opposes. An Iranian nuclear energy official is now warning that Iran will be able to create highly enriched uranium in less than 48 hours if the United States does in fact drop out of the deal. Now, while much of Netanyahu's speech focused on the threats facing the Jewish state, he did celebrate some of Israel's achievements over the course of the last year. Netanyahu claims Israel has foiled dozens of global terror attacks and has successfully combated combating the boycott movement by forging new international relations.
I went a little bit too far there into the Iranian thing, but that is kind of important too. We know Iran wants to develop nuclear weapons. We know Iran hates Israel, hates the United States, and has publicly declared that they want to destroy Israel. They want to wipe them off the map. So, that is an important thing too. I don't know how, if, you can totally stop Iran, because I still think they're secretly producing stuff. That's another story, but that's just my opinion though, but I don't know. So, but anyway, the whole thing about the embassy moving and then this peace deal thing, I think that's very crazy. So maybe my prediction still could come true. I mean, the prediction was just based on, what I believe in everything and what I believe God has revealed to me. So there we go. But I think this is a big development, not so much the Iran thing, but the peace deal being announced. And, the Palestinians, they don't want the United States involved in this, but in a way I got this feeling that somehow they're going to accept it in the end, and then they'll get this peace treaty signed. Now, a lot of people say that when the peace treaty is signed, that starts the 7-year tribulation. And it could. I'm not saying either way, because that's what I used to always believe. And that's what, like Irvin Baxter, that's what he teaches. And I pretty much believe most of the stuff that he says, but I'm not so sure about the peace deal. He also says that one of the people that signs this peace deal is the Antichrist. So the deal will be before the Antichrist is revealed at 3.5 year midpoint. But maybe we can see, or at least try to figure out who this person is before on the peace deal. Who's one of these leaders? I mean, there's going to be lots of leaders that are going to be signing this peace deal, so I don't know. And then again, I'm not so sure, that the peace deal is what this covenant is that the Antichrist signs. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a covenant to allow the Jews to do the daily sacrifices. And that's when it gets taken away within a week. I don't know. Another discussion too, because I'm just trying to keep an open mind with everything, because we've been taught so many things. And, I believe there's a lot of people out there that have good ideas and everything, but are they completely right? So I don't know. I think that in the end, when we get closer and closer, we will be revealed. Jesus will reveal more things to more people, so we'll know the exact truth. But we know Israel is a big part of the end time scenario with all the prophecies. There are a lot of things have to be done. Israel had to become a nation again in order for this to happen. And, it's going to be 70 years. That's a very short time when thousands of years have gone by. So, and it says in the Bible, this generation shall not pass that sees these things. The rebirth of Israel is one of them. How long is a generation? Some people think it's 70 years. So it's possible that this could be the generation now. And it could be happening really fast and really soon. We'll just have to see how this plays out. But I just wanted to share that with you, because I really believe that this is a major thing that could lead into this peace treaty being signed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I still haven't done Revelation 4, but we're going to do it soon. I got tomorrow off for sure. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. God bless.